If you could ask God any one question and you knew he'd give you an answer right now, what would you ask him? Well, 80% of the time, they're going to ask some permutation of the question, if God is real, why is there suffering in the world? So what I used to do is say, oh, well, let me tell you why. And I would give them a little 5-point sermon on why God allows suffering. I don't do that anymore. You know what I do? If I ask that question and they say, yeah, if God is real, why is there so much suffering in the world? Instead of giving them a 5-point sermon, I say, wait a minute. Of all possible questions in the universe, why did you choose that one? And then they say, because we lost a child in childbirth 5 years ago. I want to know, where was God when that happened? Or my wife was just diagnosed with breast cancer. Where's God in the middle of that? And that's when I realized they don't need a 5-point sermon at that point. You know what they need? They need me to put my arm around their shoulder and to weep with them and to console them and to relate to them and to love them and to show them grace and to be Jesus to them. And I found out that in 90% of the time, that's what they're looking for. And I found the most powerful apologetic is to love people the way that Jesus would love people. You know, apologists love to quote 1 Peter 3:15, always be prepared to give an answer to anyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have. But they forget the last part. It says, but do it with gentleness and respect.